Good afternoon, everyone. I am Ranjana, and today I'm going to present my research proposal presentation. Before I begin, do you have any guesses what my topic could be? Well, you can guess it by my personality, and you can think it as it's very important for me and it represents who I am. Anyway, for my service learning project, I have taken the Zubin Foundation, who works to improve the lives of ethnic minorities in Hong Kong. This pandemic has emerged as a challenge for them to stand by their motive of improving the lives of ethnic minorities in Hong Kong. As during COVID, not only ethnic people but many people lost their jobs, and due to which they suffered to survive in Hong Kong. However, my primary focus is ethnic minorities for my project. So, being an ethnic, it's not easy to get a job in Hong Kong because of the most basic obstacle, that is language barrier. Since most of the ethnic minorities are non-Cantonese speakers, leading to a lapse in communication that creates a difficult environment for them to get a job here in this country. And not only this, but also because of their residentship sometimes. Because some people are permanent, some are non resident, some are visitors, some are domestic helpers, and even some are refugees. And it's a massive struggle to get a working visa in Hong Kong and get a worthwhile job as well, who pays for themselves, who pays enough for them and to support their families. That's why most of the people end up settling for a lower paying job. And during the COVID, during the infamous pandemic, even their low paying jobs were snatched away. That left them unemployed. Although the COVID situation is improving now, but still, there are thousands of unemployed ethnic people who are not working and they still don't have enough opportunities. And now I would like to learn how Zubin Foundation is providing necessary help to them. With the addressed issue, I would like to move further to my research aims. So my research aims are as follow. Number one, major areas they provide help into. Second, who are their donors and how they receive their fundings. Number third and the last one, challenges they faced during the pandemic and their future plans to grow their foundation. My goal is to deliver the research aims successfully by the end of the project. The significance of this proposal is to give a basic idea to my audience regarding my service learning project and also try to convince them that this project is important. And as this project is very important, I want to create awareness among people about the problems of the ethnic population. So far, I explained you my research proposal and my aims. So now I would like to bring your attention to my project plan. So that's how my project plan is. By week first, I understood the assignment, and with the understanding in week 2, I started looking for the NGOs that were helpful for me or suitable for me. By week 3, I shortlisted the NGO, which I dug deeper into and find the worthwhile one for myself. By the week 4, I realized I don't have much time to think, and without any further delay, I finalized the Zubin Foundation as my project. Now, by week 5, I started preparing for my research proposal, and I also gathered some information about the Zubin Foundation. And now by week 6, here I am presenting my research proposal. Now, in my upcoming weeks, by week 7 and week 8, I will try to contact the NGO regarding the interview and also do the site visit in the meantime. I hope by week 9 I secure a time slot for the interview and I can move further with all the informations. And by the week 10, I plan to start working on my infographic, as soon there will be a deadline. So by the last 2 weeks, week 11 and week 12, I will be submitting my infographic and also start preparing for my final presentation. And by the week 12, I will present my research, my service learning project, and I will deliver my final presentation. So, in this whole speech, it looks simple and pretty decent, right? Well, it's easier said than done, because I can recognize some obstacles that will definitely refrain me to execute my plan accordingly. So, with the limitations, what I can see is number one, there is a festival, it's called Diwali, an Indian festival is approaching, and I assume because of that, the foundation, the Zubin Foundation or the organization will be busy and conducting some events, or maybe they will be busy because of the festival. And because of that, they will not be able to give me time for the interview. And if they are unable to do that, I might have to change my NGO, which I don't want to do. Second, as I fear there will be a delay in my final presentation delivery because of the semester rush. I will not be able to give enough time to this project, and I will also have assignment clashes and deadlines together. So, as a solution to tackle this problem, I have decided to focus on my all the interviews and on my assignments to all my assignments to work on them equally. That will give me sufficient time to avoid the time clashes between them, and I will able to fulfill this project on time. Yes, so these are the constraints I can see. So moving on, I wonder that I have explained my topic, I have explained the problems and the plans, but did you wonder why I finalized the Zubin Foundation only? I mean, of course, there are other ethnic minorities foundations too, but why did I finalize the Zubin Foundation at last? Well, there is a very interesting reason behind it. So a few months ago, I was not even aware that there is a foundation named the Zubin Foundation existed. So yeah, before few months ago, I received an email about the student scholarship for women provided by the Zubin Foundation, and I read that email, and that piqued my interest into the foundation, and I then searched about it on Google, and I read about it, and then eventually I applied. So during the scholarship process, I got a chance to interact with the NGO staff, and during the interview, I quite made an impression on them. So I think this is a beneficial factor for me, that if I try to request a time slot for the interview, they might be able to give me time and allow me to interview to them, even if it will be a rush time for the festival. Yeah. So this piqued my interest in this. And just like I stumbled upon this organization, there might be people around the world who wants to get the help, who wants the services they provide. And I think if I ever in future encounter people who wants to help or who wants to get the help, I will always refer them the organization. And I have also planned that in a like in the summer vacations, I will do a bit of volunteer work for them, which I think will be my contribution towards the community. As I always wanted to do some work that will be as a contribution from my side to my community. So that's all for my presentation. Thank you all for having me today. Thank you very much.